practice this morning in a comfortable seat with the palms turned down, spine nice and long. And just start a few moments of this opportunity for us to withdraw. So as we come to our mat, I really invite you to start looking at it as the opportunity to allow yourself kind of a sacred space, a space for you to just be present with yourself and to witness what's happening without trying to force or control. So as we move through the practice, as always, I'm going to give you a few different options, but please really stay with what's best for your body. Only you know what's going on. So stopping when you need to, moving when you can, but focusing on your breathing more than anything else. Okay, so again, coming into your practice, spine is nice and long, belly is in and up, hands are soft, resting face down on your legs. Unless you're feeling very sleepy. If you're very tired and sleepy, then just turn them facing up. And just allow yourself to settle in. So begin by just noticing your shins, your feet, your knees, your thighs. Feel what's happening in your sit bones. So connecting in with the lower part of your body and just noticing what's there for you to work with this morning. And then as you trace your awareness up your torso, just coming to your belly, just notice if it's involved in your breath. Again, no judgment. I'd like you just to be aware. And then all the way up to your chest. If you feel the movement of the front of your chest with your breath, can you actually notice the movement of the back of your chest with your breath? Your shoulders, the length of your head, your neck, your facial muscles. Feel the energy in your arms, your hands, your fingers. And as you come to your face, can you soften any tension around the eyes, the cheeks, the lips, the jaw, the tongue? So in this action of witnessing our physical body, we have begun that withdrawal process. I'd like you to see if you can also notice where your mind is. How's your thought stream this morning? Be aware, did you look in the mirror first thing and say, God, I'm beautiful? Or was there a notice of the lines or the wrinkles or the imperfections? So just for a moment as you sit here, eyes closed so you don't actually have to look at yourself, and just to yourself say, God, I'm beautiful. Notice how that feels. Our thoughts are only patterns that work through synapses connecting neurons in our brain. So they're not actually real. Now if we say we're beautiful, we start to believe it. And then notice the energy that's moving through your body. Maybe you can feel it as the energy you have to get up and move about. Maybe if you pay really close attention, you can feel tingling sensation, your hands, your feet. And then ask yourself how you feel. How we feel our emotions are real. They come very quickly, they can change very quickly. But there's nothing really we can do about how we feel. So thought patterns that we can change that work around those feelings. So acknowledge, today I feel. And then this morning, understanding whether or not you have that connection, or that feeling of connection with nature, with the universe, with some being that's greater than yourselves. Perhaps even just the connection amongst all of us who've come to practice here this morning. And as we sit together, taking a moment to bring and focus on our heart center, knowing for each one of us our hearts are pure, our soul is pure. And then place an intention for this morning's practice. We'll create energy as we move, we shift energy. And the energy that we create, that we can send towards an intention, just planting that there in our hearts. Take a long deep breath in. And exhale, return to breath. Again, take a long deep breath in. And exhale. One more deep breath in. And exhale. And then as we allow ourselves to be present, gently, softly start to open the eyes and come back into the space you've created for yourself this morning. So three-part breathing exercise for those of us who have any high blood pressure issues, or this is not as advanced as the Bastrik, which is the bellows breath that we use. So we're going to do Kapalabhati, which is skull shining. It's a great one to wake us up, get energy to the brain, but you might feel yourself a little bit dizzy. For a lot of us, obviously, we don't eat before our practice, so again, this can affect that practice. So work with it as deeply as you can, if you can. And if you feel it's too much, then just come back breathing in for 3 and breathing out for 3, and just allow our lungs to expand very gradually with that breath, okay? So either choice, Kapalabhati or this one. So for Kapalabhati, we're just working on the exhale. So we force the breath out as we exhale, and what happens is naturally the inhale comes without us having to control it, okay? You can have your hands resting down. For those of us who have a little bit more energy, you're going to wrap your thumbs around your hands and extend your hands up into the sky, okay, or into the ceiling. So wherever you are, I do 3-part breathing exercise, 3 in, 3 out, or when you're ready, you're going to inhale and exhale. Exhale, deep breath in. Release your hands. Exhale all the air out. Now pull up through your perineum, draw your belly in and up, and draw the chin down. So Tribandha lock. And just holding the exhale. So for some of us, we can stay here for a few moments. For some, we need to come out straight away. That's okay. If you need to come out, please do. Otherwise, just holding, conserving that energy inside the body. And then release and inhale. Lift the chin. And exhale. Second round, when you're ready, inhale. Closing your eyes if you feel comfortable, and exhale. Exhale, release the hands, inhale. Exhale all the air out, lift up through the perineum, draw the belly in, chin lock, holding that. So remembering when you're doing your Kapalabhati, just move at your own pace. And try not to move the rest of the body, just the diaphragm contracting. you need to come out, otherwise holding again. And then inhale, lift. And exhale, last round. So again, it could be just, okay, so whatever pace is good. Inhale and hex, hex. Hex, hex, hex. Exhale, inhale, release the hands. Exhale, last time. Breathe, chin in, belly in. Draw up through the perineum. And when you're ready, lift. And exhale. Breathe as you extend. Exhaling, fold. Notice the hips, feeling the space, feeling any tightness. Walk over your right knee, stretching out through that left side. Walk over the left knee, stretching through the right side. Come back to center and just swap the cross of your legs. Breathe, excellent. Interlace your hands, pressing them up nice and tall. So again, starting to feel a little bit of heat in the upper part of the body. Breathe as you reach. Just going to twist to the right as far as you can without moving the hips. And then come back to center and twist to the left. Fabulous. Inhale, release the hands and interlace them behind you, working the shoulders open and lift the hands high. Just feel a bit of space through the shoulders. Breathing. Noticing how your neck is doing. Exhale, release. Right hand up, left hand walks to the left as you drop to the side. Now root down through your right sideways. Lengthen through the arm as if somebody's drawing your hand, your wrist away. But keep pressing down through the right hip. And breathe as we release the night's sleep. Left hand up, right hand out. Open, stretch, feel, breathe. And then coming back, hands nice and wide. Draw your right arm across your body. Bring your left hand up and over and just stretch out that upper shoulder. And again, not forcing too much. Noticing when you're straining and stretching and make sure you don't push too far. Exhale, release. Left hand under and then right hand stretches. And again, just noticing, getting into those shoulders. Lovely, release, coming up and folding forward and down, checking out the hips on this side. Notice if it's different. This time walk over to your left side first. And then walking over to your right. And then from here, staying low, just gently draw yourself forward. And let's come onto all fours on our mat. So again, remember shoulders are under wrists, knees are slightly behind the hips. Drop your belly down, lift your heart, inhale to arch. Exhale to curl, press the hands down, really stretch into the shoulders. Dropping down to lift the heart, inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to curl. Breathe. Inhale, come back to neutral spine. Keep the hips directly over the knees and just start to walk the hands out in front of you. So again, we might just stop here. We might get a little bit lower, just figuring out where the shoulders are for us today. Breathe as we come into our puppy pose. Work towards your limitations, but don't force. Breathe. And then gently coming back onto all fours. Rooting down through the left leg, extend your right leg nice and long behind you. Breathe as you extend your left hand 2 different directions, feel that stretch. Bend your right knee, reach back with the left hand, take the ankle. Again, only coming here if it feels like we can, and then lift up and look up. Breathe, open, creating space. Lengthen back out and soften back down. Opposite side, right hand, left leg. Really reaching, connecting. Try to have your left hip facing the earth. And then reach your right hand back, bend your ankle. And again, taking that leg up and looking up over your right shoulder. And then reach, and then soften back down. Curling the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. So pedal this out. Feel your down dog. And then settle into it a moment. And notice as the blood flows to the head. So this is our first inversion. Pressure's off the heart. You lift your hips nice and high. You try to reach your heels towards the ground. You roll your shoulders away from your ears so there's loads of space for your neck. And you breathe. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Scoop forward and up. Let's not use our hands for this one. And just work out where the back is. And then exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank again. Right leg lifts. Notice how the core engages. Bring it down, left leg lifts. Bring it down, knees, chest and chin. Staying here a moment. Breathing in. And then scoop forward. Use your hands to get a bit more height, a bit more space. And exhale back. Downward facing dog. From here, slowly start to walk your feet all the way forward to the front of the mat. When you get there, just hang. Breathing. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. Shake your hips no, and shake your hips yes. And then bending the knees, just gently roll yourself all the way up as you come up to stand in your Tadasana. Rolling the shoulders, breath is steady. Allow yourself to be present and notice already what's happened, what changes has occurred in your body already. So coming to the front of your mat, toes touching, ankles together. We're just going to do one round of Surya Namaskar just to warm up the body. Bring your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach your hands up, come into a little back bend. Exhale, bring it all the way forward and down. Lengthen to look up. Exhale, step your right foot back to the back of the mat. Breathe as you draw your heart forward, lengthen. Plant your hands, step back, plank position. Inhale, exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, scoop forward and up. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Float your right leg up nice and high behind you. Exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Keep that left knee off the ground. Draw the heart forward. Sink the hips. Inhale, big step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out and up. Back bend. Exhale, draw it forward and down. Left leg back to the back of the mat. Breathe as you draw the heart forward. Keep reaching back through the left heel. Sinking the hips, plant the hands, plank position, inhale. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Scoop forward and up, a little bit higher in your cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take your breath in and take your breath out. Staying present and float your left leg up. Step it forward in between your hands. Drop the hips, reach back through that right heel. Exhale, big step forward, folding. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Samastitihi and Tadasana. Come back to breath, notice your heartbeat. Feeling a little bit of warmth created in your body. Bend your knees, bring your fingers to the earth. So shift your weight back into your heels, drop your tailbone, lift your heart, and then start to float up. So make sure you're not popping your ribs forward. Keep the hips and the ribs connected. Hands extended, weight is in your heels, breath is steady. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot back, this time right knee down. Breathe as you float both hands up. Exhale. Sinking the hip forward, so draw the right hip forward. Feel that activation through the space around the hips, the groin. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, come back. Straighten up your left leg and fold. Keep pulling that thigh bone back into your hip. Feel that energy around your hamstring. Breathe as you draw the left knee back, plant the left knee, plant the right hand and float the left hand. Stay here or float the right knee. Keep hugging the left knee to the center. Exhale, release. Step it back, plank position. Chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Up dog or cobra. And back, downward facing dog. Come to your breath. Float your right leg and step it forward in between your hands, left knee down. Breathe as you float up. Exhale as you sink. Drawing that left hip forward. Where's your mind in this moment? Stay here. Stay in your body. Exhale, hands to your hips, straighten your right leg. Even out the hips and fold. Keep returning to those big deep breaths. Draw your right heel to the earth, root through your left hand and float your right hand up. Then float the left knee if we have that space. Opening in all these different directions. Reach the hand to the earth, inhale, step forward, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, brush the fingers, Utkatasana. Exhale again, all the way down. Lengthen to look up. Left foot back to the back of the mat. This time keep your left knee off the ground and draw your heart forward. Root down through the mound of the big right toe and see about extending your hands forward. Breathing in and then from here, see if you can draw it all the way up. High lunge. Now again, option to release your knee if you need to. Reach to breathe. Focus on breath. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Release your hands to the earth. Step back, plank position. Knees, chest and chin, chaturanga, or just stay in down dog. Cobra or up dog. And then everybody back downward facing dog. Steady breath. Find your balance. Connect with core. Float your left leg. And step it forward in between the hands. So again, right knee can come down if we wish. Otherwise, even out your hips, root down through the mound of the left big toe. Press back out through the heel of the right. And then if it's there, float your hands up. Find your stability before bringing yourself up into your high lunge. Stay with it. Breathe as you inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, hands to the earth. Exhale, big step forward. Fold in half. Bend the knees, brush the fingers. Utkatasana. And then exhale all the way up. Samastitihi and Tadasana. Notice your breath. Where's your mind? Can you stay here? Can you be with whatever's going on in your head, your heart, your breath? Open the eyes, bend the knees, brush the fingers. Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Lengthen to look up. Step or hop back and flow through your vinyasa, or just stay in your down dog. Everybody meeting in down dog. Let's float the right leg up. Step it forward in between the hands. Left heel down. Warrior two. So breathing here. Feel that space. Keep sinking. So again, come to the very edge, so as low as you can, pushing yourself as far as you can, and then back up to a place of ease. Breathe. Pivot your right hand to the ceiling. Let your left hand release down your left leg, right arm up and over. Inhale, coming back. Exhale. Breathe. Right hand to the elbow, or elbow to thigh, and to the inside. Left arm over. Third option, left hand behind. Right hand comes under, taking the bind, but making sure to open the heart. Feel into your shoulders, stay with your breath. Gaze to the earth. Releasing back, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Trikonasana as you reach. And exhale, surrender. Breathe. Focus on that thumb as you draw the right hip back, stacking it under the left. Make sure you're not collapsing forward. You want that beautiful alignment of your body, asymmetric. Breathe as we bring it up. Exhale to soften. Turn your feet to face the side. Interlace the hands behind you. Roll the shoulders open and forward and down. Reaching. Breathe. Root down to come up. And exhale back, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands, step it back. Option for child's pose, stay in down dog, or flow through your vinyasa. So whatever your body needs in this moment, feel it. Connect. When you're ready, float your left leg up nice and high behind you. Step it forward in between your hands, right heel down, warrior two. And again, so bring yourself to your edge and then back up a little bit. Focus the front middle finger. Keep the breath steady. Pivot that left palm up and right hand comes back and down. Keep sinking the hips forward. Breathing. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Reaching forward, position one. Stay here, position two. Staying here, releasing the arm. Or position three, bring yourself into the bind. Interlacing your hands, opening your shoulders, and drawing the chest back as you look up. release the hands and come back up, warrior two. Straighten your legs, reach, 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 and surrender into your triangle. Noting how this side is more spacious or more tight. Feeling into your breath. Inhale up, exhale, release your hands, turning your feet again to face the side. This time, bring the heels in a little bit, so the toes are pointing to the corners of your mat. Hands on your hips, you're going to bring it down. Stay here if you can, bring your hands to the earth. We're going to move over to the right, so the right knee is going to come over the toe and the left heel is going to lift. Skandasana, so just feeling that through the inside of the left leg. You can stay here or play with your balance. Feel that lengthening, keep reaching the right heel towards the earth. Hands to the earth, bringing it to the opposite side. Again, being really mindful with knees. Where's your breath? Coming back. Walking to the front of your mat, step it back. Downward facing dog, vinyasa flow, and everybody let's end up in child's pose, knees wide, bum back to heel. Actually this one, let's make it a soft child's pose. Make a little nest with your hands and let your chin rest. So you're opening up the neck, soften the back of the shoulders, and come into your breath. Wonderful. Find that place of neutral. Extend your hands. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step or hop in between your hands. Lengthen to look up. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, brush your fingers, Utkatasana. And exhale all the way up, Samastitihi and Tadasana. Find that rhythm of your breathing. Notice now, what's happening in my body? How do my feet feel on the mat? How is the movement of my breath? How are my shoulders? Excellent. Okay, so separate your feet, mats width or hips width apart. You shift your weight over to the left leg, root down through your left foot, and bring your right knee in, holding it nice and tight. Bring it forward a little bit. So right knee in. Okay, staying here. Squeeze it in. Notice that activation through the left leg. Finding your point to focus on. And then release that leg down, shift your weight, and bring your left knee up. And again, how's this side? Maybe a little different. Maybe a bit more space. And release back down. Just shake it out for a moment. Wonderful. Same thing again, over to the left. Bringing the knee in, and then soften the knee down. Left hand to your hip. You can stay holding on to your knee. If you have some space to take your big toe and stretch it out, then go for it. So either with the knee or with the thumb or with the big toe, and then out to the right. Keep rooting down through your left hip. Stay with your breath. Come back to center. Now, can you keep the foot lifted and just release the hands? And then see about moving back into your warrior three, extending that leg. Let that left leg calibrate and extend the hands. Breathe, reach, focused. Wonderful. Slowly come back and shake out your left leg. Well done. Come back to breath. Find that steadiness. Keep your mind present on your body and your breathing. Use the rest of the day to do everything else. Just be here now. Shift over to the right. Hug that left knee in. Nice and tight. Squeeze it in. Release it down. Right hand to hip, left hand to knee. Or if you can, take the big toe and stretch that leg out in front. And then out to the left. Stay with it. Root through the standing leg. Come back to center. Can you keep that leg lifted as you release the hands? Straighten it out if it's bent. Hands in prayer, softly moving through warrior three. Again, it's okay to be wobbly. Breathe as you reach back. And then slowly come back. Excellent. Release. And shake out your legs. Well done. Come back to standing. Notice your breath. Turn your toes out. And then let's just softly come down to a squat. So again, you might need to release it out a bit. But most of us at this stage, the hips are quite open. Breathe into it. Find that steadiness. Notice how your breath is. Playing with our crow pose. And bring your hands to the earth. Okay, I'm going to do it from this vision. We're going to bring our legs in so that our feet are together and our heels are connected. Bring your hands close to your body, so you're going to draw it in as much as you can. You're going to lift your hips and plant your knees in the upper parts of your arm. You can even make a little bit of a table or a ledge with your upper arms. Look forward. So if you look down, that's where you'll go. Look forward, breathe, and then see about shifting your weight forward. Maybe you can lift one foot, maybe you can lift two. If you have to, start to straighten your arms, holding it and breathing. Playing, connected, and then release, come back. Excellent. Hands to the earth, front of your mat, step it back. And float out through your vinyasa. Knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga, up dog or cobra. And back, this time knees wide. Settling again for that soft child's pose. And as you settle here, can you take a moment to remember your intention? Wonderful. Extend your hands. Downward facing dog. Float your right leg up nice and high. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Forward to plank. Kick it back. And exhale, bring it to the outside of the upper right arm. Kick it back. Bring it to the outside of the left upper arm. This time, release your left heel to the right, extend your right foot, and float that left hand. So you can have your foot on the ground or lift. Breathe. And release. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Kick it back. Exhale, knee to upper left arm. Kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Right heel to the left. Left leg extends, right hand floats. Breathe. Release. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees. Chest and chin, lower all the way down. Make a pillow with the hands and soften. feel your beating heart. And breathe. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Already you might feel an awful lot in the lower back. And if that's the case, just bring your elbows a little bit behind you, so soften down a little bit more. For the rest of us, have the elbows under the shoulders. Lengthen your tailbone towards your knees. Engage through your core. Lift up through your heart. Focus on your breath. This could be it. We can stay here. For some of us, keeping your pelvis on the ground, spreading your fingers, you're going to lift your heart. Open. Breathe. Keep drawing the chest forward, keep drawing the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Breathe, release. Opposite cheek on the ground as you melt. Chin to the earth. Breathe as you bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Keeping your chin on the earth, just walk your knees in a little bit towards your body. So you're coming into that knees, chest and chin figure. Staying with it here, feel what's going on in your body. And then from here, if it's there, you're going to reach your hands back, interlace your hands and just open your shoulders a little bit more. Breathe. And release. Coming back down, cheek on the ground and melt. So when we come into our back bends, we start to bring the power into the heart chakra. That loving kindness. So starting to feel the beating heart and the energy moving towards whatever that intention we placed on our practice. Chin to the earth. Bend your knees, taking hold of your right leg. And if you can, taking hold of your left as well, both ankles. Draw your shoulders together, bring your forehead onto the earth. Try to have your knees moving towards each other, so don't let them splay out to the sides. Inhale, lift up, draw back. Find your focus. Lifting up. Inhale and exhale, release. Opposite cheek on the ground. Let yourself melt. Bending your knees. This time taking your left leg first. And then reaching back to see, can you take your right? Lengthen your tailbone. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Even if you just have one leg. And if you don't have either legs, just reach your hands back. Exhale, release. Melt. Surrender. Maybe it'll feel good to windscreen wipe your legs from right to left. Breathe. Bring your chin to the earth, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and gently come all the way up to your tabletop. Drop your belly, arch your back. Exhale, angry cat, lengthen. Feel what's happening in the lower back. Draw down and again. Angry cat. Exhale, breathe. And then lift up into your downward facing dog. Wonderful. So come back to breath. From here you're inhaling, you're going to release your right elbow down and then your left. Stay in your down dog leg. So if it's too much, bring your knees to the ground, but see if you can without. Right hand up, left hand up. Left elbow down, right elbow down. Left elbow up, right elbow up. Come to your breath, release both elbows at the same time. Now claw into the mat and see can you lift both up at the same time. Wonderful. Try not to do the ding, but keep them even. Both down and both up. Wonderful. Knees to the earth. Child's pose. Soften. Feel the back releasing. Notice where your mind has drifted off to. Bring it back. Stay here. Interlace your hands, keeping your knees kind of slightly behind your hips if you wish, or bringing it up into the down dog version. So whichever feels most comfortable. You're going to inhale, come forward, and exhale, press back. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale, exhale. Breathe, wonderful, knees down. Surrender, child's pose. Maybe even coming up to that gentler version. Where is your mind in this moment? What's happening in your body? So playing with our headstand again today. If you don't wish to, that's perfectly fine. Roll onto your back and extend your legs up towards the ceiling, or pop your legs up against a wall. So your back is on the ground, your legs are extended. Otherwise, we don't have to bring it up, as I always say. You can come down, grab opposite elbows. Make sure that the shoulders stay over the elbows, okay? So you don't want it wide, because then you're putting too much strain on the joints. So from here, bring your hands down, make a nest. So the little finger is on the ground and the other fingers are interlaced. You're going to bring your head down so that the forehead and the top of the head are on the ground. Now see what's happening here with my shoulders. Try to press in as if you want to lift your head off the ground, but you're keeping it connected. Stay here. For those of you who know the practice, go ahead. Pressing down. You can just stay here and just feel what it's like. The heart is now higher than the head. Notice what that does to the organs of the body. If we can, we're going to lift up the knees, walk it in, and then if it's there, you're going to float your legs all the way up. So breathing as you support yourself. Feel your shoulders. Lengthen. Stay with your breathing. So this is the king of all poses. Physiologically working to calm the nervous system, even though it might feel a little bit frightening. Blood flows to the brain, pressure off the heart as the legs drain. And then when you've had enough, gently come down. And again, rest in child's pose. And let everything come back to neutral. So when we're upside down, all the organs that have been shifted with gravity are given the opportunity to return to their natural space, where they were, where they should be. It's also really good for the endocrine system. So just being aware, notice. Excellent. Let's bring ourselves up. Turn around. Bring your hands behind you. Root your feet into the earth. Roll the shoulders open and lift up to table. Breathe. Okay, so press the hips high, releasing the shoulders. And if there's no strain on the neck, you can let your head and neck come back. And then release down. Let's bring it into our Navasana. So again, option to hang on to the back of your knees, extend your hands and extend your legs. Lift through the heart. Feel into the body. Breathe. Knees down, hands behind you again. Keep your knees bent, or for some of us, might like to try straightening the legs and try to flatten the feet against the earth. Releasing down. Wonderful. And then coming to sit. So remove any flesh from the sit bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Bend your knee, step your foot up and over. Bring your left heel, keep your left leg where it is, position 1. Position 2, bring it over to the outside of the right. Okay, so root down through the ball of the left foot. From here, extend that left hand. Right hand comes behind you. Either wrap it around the knee, take it outside the knee. For those of you who work with the bind, go with bind. And look over your right shoulder. So with each in-breath, you're finding length. And with each exhale, you twist. And then come back to center. Little counter twist. So if your bottom leg is bent, you can straighten it out. We're going to rest the right ankle over the left knee. So flex the foot, encourage the knee to move away. If we have a bit more availability in our hips, we're going to stack our shins one on top of the other. Okay, so it's not bottom leg back to your bum, it's shins stacked. Okay, so just notice how that feels. If you find you're here, then this is where you need to be. Okay? Wherever you are, inhale to lengthen, and then exhale softly, coming forward and down. Flex out through both feet, but particularly your top leg. And then just notice what's going on in the hips. Feel your breathing. Again, inhale to lengthen, exhale to come forward. Remember, bring yourself to the edge and then back up so that you're in a place where it feels almost easeful. And then gently coming up, wonderful. Straighten out that left leg, take the left foot, and bring it in. Hands by your side and just gently rock from right and left. If we can, and come into that rock the baby pose with your foot in your knee and your elbow creases. Just releasing out the hip. Breathe. Releasing. Taking your left hand to the outside of the right foot. You're going to straighten both legs out, holding onto the foot. Maybe if you have your knee bent, you can just take hold of the calf. If you can, extend the foot, lift up, and then draw the right hand back and reach to look over your right shoulder, and then draw the right foot over. So you're getting into that IT band. Really good for those of you who are running. Breathe as you stretch, look over your right shoulder. And then come back and release. Wonderful. Flip flop it out. Gotta do it all on the other side. So we're going to bend the left knee, step it up and over. Keep your right knee straight or bend it around. Again, root down through the ball of that left foot. Extend your right hand, lengthen through the spine, rotate position 1, position 2 or position 3, the bind, and look over that left shoulder. Breathe. Connect. Steady. Okay, your mind might start to wander now as the practice slows down. Keep it here. Your sacred time today, just for you. Inhale, come back. And exhale. Straightening out that right leg. Ankle on top of the right knee again. You know whether to move further. If you're here, don't. If you're a bit lower, then maybe you can bring that left or right leg in to stack shins, ankles, one over the other. Removing the flesh, sitting up, and then exhale, folding forward and down. So you're trying to lift your chest over your knees. Flex both feet, but particularly the left. Find where your breath is. Allow yourself to be even and steady and stable and still. Notice what emotions come up for you as you get into the hips. And then gently bring it up. Wonderful. Straighten out that right leg if it isn't already straight. Hands behind you, bring that knee in. Just flip-flopping from right to left. If you have the space to take that happy baby, then take the happy baby. Breathe. Then bend the knee. Take the right hand outside the left foot or just the calf if that's too much for you. And then straighten both legs out. Cross the left leg over the right and extend the left hand back as you twist. Breathe. Lift your heart. And then come back to center, release that out. Wonderful. Shake it out. Bring the soles of the feet together. And just opening the knees. So a lot of our yoga practice today has been about grounding. It's about being in our hips, being in our legs. So when we work with those lower chakras or the lower part of our body, what it does is it really pulls us down into our heads, into our bodies. So it gets us out of all those crazy thought streams and gets us out of that catastrophizing and ruminating. So really connecting with the lower part of your body and feel the connection with Mother Earth. Lengthen up through the spine, and then as you exhale, start to draw yourself forward. But remember, it's not about getting anywhere. We want the spine straight. So if this is your limit, then stay here. Again, always an option to pop something underneath your bum. If you can get a little further, go a little further. Keep lengthening on the inhale and folding on the exhale. Breathing as you soften and surrender your body towards the earth. Keep lengthening through the spine. There should be no strain on the lower back. Inhale coming up. Exhale, draw the knees together. Straighten out the legs. Sitting nice and tall, Paschimottanasana. Inhale to lengthen, then exhale, fold. Taking a hold of your shin, your feet, your ankles. Breathe as you soften again into your body. Where's your mind gone now? Keep bringing it back. Give yourself this time. And then inhale coming up. And exhale. Wonderful. Let's bring ourselves into a comfortable seat. Again, an option to sit on something. Just going to take a moment before we come into Shavasana to just do another pranayama that again helps to neutralize the nervous system. So Nadi Shodhana, a lot of you know it already, but you're going to bring your left index finger and thumb together and just rest your hand on your left knee. Your right hand, you make the sign of the peace and then you swap it around. So you've got your middle finger or your index finger, your ring finger and your little finger and your thumb. Your thumb will rest on the right nostril and your fingers will rest on the left. And you're just blocking the nostrils to breathe, okay? So you're going to block your right nostrils and you're going to inhale through the left side. You're going to block both nostrils. We're going to hold it And then you're going to release your thumb and exhale. And then you're going to inhale. Block both, hold. Release your fingers and exhale. Okay, so when you're ready, inhaling. Closing your eyes if that feels good. Block both, hold. Thumb, exhale. Pause. Inhale that side. Block both, hold. Fingers, X. Pause. Same side, inhale. Block both, hold. Thumb, exhale. Pause. Same side, inhale. Block both, hold. Fingers, exhale. Hold. Inhale. Block both. Thumb, exhale. Hold. Inhale. Block both, hold. Fingers, exhale. Pause. This time try and focus in the space between your eyebrows. Inhale. Block both, hold. Thumb, exhale. Hold. Inhale. If your right hand gets tired, just use your left hand as a resting. Block both, hold. Fingers, exhale. And hold. Same side, inhale, last round. Block both, hold. Thumb, exhale. Hold. Same side, inhale. Block both, hold. Fingers, X. Release your hands. And just come back to breathing evenly, naturally. And then very gently bring yourself to come lie down on your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then gently extend your legs. Nice and wide as you soften, release your shoulders, your hands. And allow your body to melt into the earth, feeling that comfort and the support of being grounded. Bring your awareness to releasing your toes, the soles of your feet, your ankles. Relax your calves, your shin, your knees. Melt your thighs. Soften through your hips. Notice the rhythm of your breath as your belly gently expands and contracts with each breath. Relax the chest, the shoulders, the arms. Melt the hands and the fingers. Relax the neck and the head. Let the facial muscles relax. The eyes rest in the sockets, the tongue melt in the mouth. The entire body resting, releasing, and letting go. Letting go of what we don't need, letting go of the need to fight and push, and just allow ourselves to be. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt, containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new challenge. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in, the wild and the weak, fear, fantasies, failure and success. When loss rips off the doors of your heart or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. If you have time and wish to stay here in Shavasana, I invite you to stay. Otherwise, start to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and your toes, and lightly rock your head from right to left. Draw the knees into your chest and roll over to the right side. And take a moment here to feel what the body is. Open, tight, relaxed, energy sensations. Just notice what the body feels. And then gently, slowly bring yourself up to come and sit in a comfortable seat. Palms facing upwards in that gesture of giving and receiving. And as you settle here, allow yourself to witness where your thoughts are. Allow yourself to notice the energy that's moving throughout your body, flowing maybe a little bit freer than at the beginning of our practice. Check in with how you feel in this moment. And then allow yourself to connect with the earth, connect with this group that have come together to practice this morning, connect with the universe, or with that being that's greater than ourselves. And then taking a moment to really offer yourself gratitude for carving out this space, for giving yourself this time, for allowing yourself to be this complete, beautiful,